All right, so in typical form, I'm making this video after I did something and not before. All right, so this is a this is a basketball hoop that my kids have. It's made by Lifetime. The issue with this, or I shouldn't say the issue with this, the issue with the other rim that we had, which is right here, is that a couple of these things came off that hold the net, and it's welded on, and we lost them. I have no idea where they are. So I tried doing a couple of zip ties. It's just annoying that the ball goes flying. So I figured I'd buy another rim from the company. I am here to tell you that it was an absolute nightmare to install, and the instructions were absolutely horrible. All right, so let's start from the beginning here. And like I said, I wish I had done this prior. I wish I made this video prior to doing this, but you're gonna have to take my word for it. I'm gonna have to just tell you how it works and what to do. First of all, let me see if I can get with the sun here. All right, first of all, you see this U bracket? I don't know what this is pointing at. There's a U bracket that goes from here. It goes through this thing. Okay, you see it in there? It goes through this and under here. Now you can take the other one out, the one that's existing, and install this, and that'll show you kind of how it goes. But it's two springs. There are two bolts that go on the metal piece. They screw all the way down to the end, which is there. The springs go on, this piece goes on, and then these two screws. Here's the thing. You have to take this entire thing apart to put another U-bolt in there. You must, okay? It didn't say that anyplace. It looked from the diagram like the U-bolt just went behind here. So I had to actually cut the old one. So first I cut this. Okay, I kept this whole thing. I bent it down. I cut this metal piece. I took it out in two parts, and I put the new one just behind here. And it stuck out so far that I couldn't, it was incorrect. So what I then had to do, I had to take this entire thing down off the backboard, or off the pole. The way you take it down, see those bolts way up there? You have to unscrew those two bolts. You have to unscrew these bottom parts right there. You have to unscrew that one over there, and the whole thing comes off. Then you have to take this apart. So there's one side, the other side. You have to unscrew this metal thing, that metal thing. Then you have two halves. Then you could finally fit that U-shaped bolt through both halves. And then you got to put it back together. And then you have to remount it. You definitely need two people to do this, okay? Definitely. To even hold up the rim and attach the two bottom ones was impossible. Unless you have a couple of sawhorses and you could lay this whole thing down, face down, and have a place where the rim kind of hangs under there, and then you could prop it up. It's impossible. You need two people, and you need to take the whole backboard off of the pole in order to get to this, to take that out. Now, if you use the existing one, if it's not bent, you could potentially use the existing one and not have to do that whole thing. But mine got bent because it was lying on the floor. This whole thing bent down, and this part was bent. Second thing now, in order, we finished doing the whole thing, or I finished doing the whole thing, and my kid's like, oh, the hoop is it's pointing upward too much. And they were right. So I screwed this in all the way, and that pulled this all the way up, and it was uneven. So now I unscrewed it all the way, and it's leaning downward. So you have to play around with tightening this. What you do is you take something like, this is a 13 millimeter. Let's see, tightening is this way. I'm gonna put this on here. I'm gonna give it like 10, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on that side. I'll do 10 on this side. And we'll see if we can get it flat. But it was an absolute hassle. You must take this entire, you gotta take the whole backboard off. The backboard actually fell off as I was doing it, all right? Once I cut this metal thing here on the bottom, the only thing holding the backboard were those 2 top bolts, and they're just kind of almost a pressure fit. So it kind of flexed and it fell down. It almost fell on one of my cars that was parked over here. So the instructions are awful. You got to take the backboard off. You got to take the bracket apart in 2 halves in order to fit the U-bolt, the new U-bolt in. The U-bolt goes through here, under there. The two other ones go over here. And there's like a little filler pieces that go, there's a filler piece here, there's a filler piece on the other side. You can't lose those. There are filler pieces, rubber pieces here and there. You gotta space it perfectly, and it's hard to get these things through. You need 2 people. You need 2 people, period, end of story. All right, so thanks for watching. I'm sorry I didn't take a video as I was doing this, but this is better than nothing, I think. All right? Good luck. And you were warned, not easy, not easy. If I had to do again, I would not buy this. I would absolutely just try to fix the existing rim. I'm gonna try to weld up something on the bottom of those loops to fix that.